Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
It's awful dark in here. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, today's Talk About It Tuesday. And for this Talk About It Tuesday, we had talked previously about what you do when you lose your Crojo and about how that you might find a new craft. And so we're going to talk to you about one that we started. Well, Kristen started and I'm going to jump in, but she's learning the background of it. I bought a machine and then I let it set because I let it intimidate me. Don't do that. You got to get started and try.
You're capable of doing anything you set your mind to, and I had to realize that starting this new craft.
Yeah, and I still have not jumped on. I'm still hesitant. The older I get, the more I start doubting myself and my ability to catch on quickly. Used to be I was no holds barred. Yep, I can do it. Doesn't matter what it is. I can take care of this. I can jump in and do it. Now I'm a little more like, I don't know. I feel too old to be learning new tricks. So Kristen's learning it, and then she's going to teach me. So I'm going to let her tell you what she's doing.
Okay, so Mom had a Cricut, and I also let it intimidate me. And then I was like, we just got to start. You have to start somewhere. So I went to the Dollar Tree. And
Don't start there.
Don't start there. I was told not to start there, and I did not listen.
We were told the vinyl there was not worth using, and we did not believe it, and so she bought it anyway, and she got frustrated. So just don't do it. Just don't do it.
So then I went to Dollar General. Now they do have decent vinyl, and I know my store that's close to our house has a Cricut section. It has the weeder, tweezers, a scraper, special scissors. That's for vinyl. I just used a pair of yarn scissors that I had. But the Dollar General that's like 15 minutes away on my way to work does not have a Cricut section. So I guess it's just store by store.
The ones that have a craft section, probably. They don't all have a crafting section.
That one up there had a craft section.
Really?
Yep, because I had to go in and get a hot glue gun.
Well, if ours has it, I'm really surprised because we live in the middle of nowhere, so...
They also had transfer tape. Now, the reason I went to Dollar General was to get painter's tape to use while I was learning, because I didn't want to spend $10, $15 on transfer tape. They had it up there for $5. So check your Dollar Generals if you're going to start on the Cricut.
And what's a Cricut for? What do you use a Cricut for?
You can make decals, vinyls, like t-shirt designs to iron on. You can also do like... I've been watching TikTok and YouTube and Instagram to try and figure out how to use it. And you can like print things and like have it cut out like paper, like pictures on paper. They can cut it out. You can engrave on certain things, it looks like, is what I'm seeing.
All different tools, all different types of materials, so check what you're doing.
Put a pen or a marker in it and it can write in the font if you like don't want to write over and over again on invitations or something. So I got it, and I got a couple glasses, but one of them broke. So I used the one that I had, and I had to like figure out how to set it up because you have to go through the design space, I think is what it's called, and you have to connect to your machine, and it's not that hard. It took me like 5 minutes to set it up. And then they have paid for designs and free designs, and then you can obviously make your own designs, or you can find free ones online.
There are completely free pages of people that do nothing but provide free material for, like, free designs for to use.
And that's where I found most of the ones that I'm about to show you.
Because they can get costly if you're buying a bunch of them.
Yeah. And there's, like, several people on, like, social media who are, like, just showing you how to go about doing it completely free and not having to pay for the subscription to the design space. So this was the first free design that I found. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but it says, "Life is better at the beach."
Kind of went black.
Yeah. And then I made a decal for my car that says, "Don't park too close, I'm chunky."
And it's pink sparkles.
It's pink sparkles. And then I made, oh my goodness, a pink sparkly bow that you can't see. It keeps flashing off the light in here. Now, the bow, okay, the "Don't Park Too Close" one, I made. I went online. There's a website, I don't know, dafonts.com, I think is what it's called. Tons of free fonts. You go through and you download it to your computer and you upload it into your software. That's what I did here because I couldn't find SVG is what it's called, the files that you need to use for Cricut. I couldn't find it. So I just made it myself. I typed in what I wanted and used the font that I wanted that I downloaded. The bow I found on, is it Dinosaur Mama?
I think so.
.com. She has a ton of files. Free. This was one of hers. Oh goodness. This has crosses and it says he is risen. That was one of hers. Be gentle with yourself is also one of hers. And that's what I've made so far.
And that's going to go on car windows. You can make small ones to go on cups. Your Stanley cups.
You can put them on your wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had one, if you notice, many years ago when we first started YouTube. A couple years in, I guess. I had one on the wall that said Crochet Queen because my husband had it made for me.
And I still have mine. Mine says Crochet Princess. It's on the wall.
Mine was removed because we painted the wall. So, yeah. So, Talk About It Tuesday is supposed to be, things, what's new in YouTube, what's going around crochet-wise, the different types of cows and mows and that kind of thing. But we just thought we talked before about when you lose your crochet, and I had told you that I was looking for something new to do. I still love crochet. I'm still going to crochet, mainly just crochet. But I wanted a new avenue for creativity. And I love to make designs, and I've always loved to make designs. I love Canva. I love designing things. I've loved designing things since I was in high school, and we did, where you had the computer program in the graphics to tell it what to print, and it would do like 2 colors, like green and white or whatever. So it's been that long that I've loved to do that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to designing and making things so that Kristen can show me how to get in there and print it out and make stuff. And she's going to make some things for her dad. We've always done the firefighter decals. We've always bought those from people for our vehicles, and so now we can make our own, and we're tickled about that. So just something new that we're doing and looking forward to it.
And it's fun. Like, I was intimidated by it, but once I sat down with it and figured out what vinyl to use and not to use, it was so easy.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just so intimidating, but you just gotta try, and it turns out it's easy.
So not our normal Talk About It Tuesday, but maybe this will encourage somebody to step out and try something new and jump off and say, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway, even though I'm kind of scared about it. That's what I'm going to do with this, and just trying something new and something that is a different outlet so that you don't get so bogged down with just crocheting all the time. Crocheting all the time is great, but I need something else that, applies my mind and helps me do something different. So, yeah, so we'll talk about it as we continue and maybe let you know some things we figured out and see. And I know everybody's been doing this forever, but we did not have a machine until last year, and I got it at the end of last year, I think. And I just put it away and never used it. And I did not buy it new. I bought it used, so I'm not about that. They're very expensive when you buy them new. And so I bought a used one from a friend, and it works very well. And and it's hot pink, so I love it. So that's all we have for today. So if you have questions, let us know down below. If you've used a Cricut, tell us what your favorite thing to make is.
And any tips that would help us along the way would be very much appreciated.
And that's all we have for today. And don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye.